welcome. We are back. Episode 25 of the Book Buzz. We made a mistake yesterday. We said it was episode 23. It was actually episode 24. This is episode 25. We're great. We are a quarter of a way to 100 episodes. That's pretty awesome. Have you watched the Book Buzz before?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is Caden. Caden is my guest today. We're really excited to have you on here, Caden. And talking about this book. What do you do with an idea? So if someone hasn't read this book, Caden, can you tell us a little bit about it?
I really liked What Do You Do With an Idea because it made me think of all the ideas of I had, and it's just a really cool book to have and to read because I was looking at it and it has won an award.
Yes. Have you ever felt like the character in the book, because the character in the book has an idea and he doesn't really do anything with it at first. He thinks, oh, this idea, people might think it's weird, or people will think it's crazy. They'll think I can never do anything with this. But then, like ideas tend to do, he starts to think about it, starts to really start playing around with it, trying some things out, and this idea really takes off. So have you ever had an idea like that?
Yeah, I have. I've had it like many times, and some of them were me doing an invention. But, like, sometimes people just don't, like, think they're good, right? But until, like, they're, like, actually, like all the way made. Yeah, and...
They can't see it along in the process.
I kind of like the part where he turns into an egg, where he's already an egg, but he turns into, like, a bird when he cracks the egg, and that's when he gets... like fully with the idea.
Yeah, I think about that. You know, as I was going through and seeing some of the illustrations, like I noticed he gets legs, and there's that saying, oh, this has legs, like when something's starting to move along.
And I also liked it how, like, when you look in the book, only the egg is like colored in each page, but then when you go to the last page, everything's colored.
Yes. Yeah, why do you think... What do you think the author was?
Because I think he was going like step by step with the ideas. Like I think he didn't know what to do with the idea at first, and then he got a little bit bigger at the idea, and then when he fully had the idea, there was so much like emotion that he couldn't like say no to do it.
Oh, that's good. I've never thought of it that way, but I like that. You know, and then that idea is out in the world. It's out there.
Yeah.
It reminds me, I have a painting in my office. It's right over there. They can't see it. But it's one of my favorite paintings, and it's a black and white painting of a person reading, but then colors come streaming out of the book. And when you said that about this idea, I think you're right. I like that idea.
And actually, it doesn't seem like because picture books don't really have a second like book to them. This one I think it does because we just read the book that has What Do You Do With a Problem?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And that one was the same thing where it started off with gray and then it went colorful. But this time it was, I think, it wasn't an egg, but it kept growing like parts.
Yes, when you have a problem. Yeah, and that makes sense. That'll be a good one. Maybe I'll read that one next.
Yeah.
I haven't read that one yet. Well, great. Thank you for sharing this book. Do you want to share what you're reading for independent reading right now? You're reading a book I just finished.
I'm reading Scar Island. I think maybe like a couple of chapters ago, I got to the part where the grown-ups get struck by lightning because they were all standing in a puddle and the puddle gets struck by lightning.
Are we supposed to tell people spoiler alert before that? It's not really a spoiler though, because it tells on the back of the book.
Yeah.
As you're reading the back of the book, it tells, because this is all about a group of kids that are on an island for kids who have misbehaved and done things wrong, and the adults there are terrible. They treat them terrible. They keep food from them. They make them suffer.
They make them like do like this thing where they like give them. They have all this really good food, but it's for the grown-ups, not for the parents. And like you can send your parents a letter. And when Jonathan got to the Scar Island, there was this admiral. It doesn't ever say his name, but because I haven't got that far, and I kind of didn't like that part at that time because he was being mean, and I think he was setting a better example for them than helping them be better. I think he was making them be better. And then he was like saying to Jonathan that like you were sent here by your parents, but he was actually the judge said you have like 4 options. I forgot what they were. Mm-hmm. And their parents picked that, and he said, Jonathan said, no, I'm not. No, my parents didn't send me here. The judge gave them a choice, but the parents picked that choice of Scar Island.
Yeah. So now you're getting into the part of the book where it's just the kids there, and now they have to try to figure out what they're going to do on the island with no adults. So,
and they say they can go home, but they really don't want to. They really say they don't want to go home.
Yeah, some of them want to stay.
Yeah.
So it's a really good book. I highly recommend checking out Scar Island. Well, thank you very much, Caden. You did an awesome job.
You're
and
welcome.
We were glad to have you on the Book Buzz. Mrs. Odie's class always does a great job. You guys are loud and clear, and that's awesome. We roasted Mrs. Odie a little bit yesterday. We had Alicia on, her daughter, and we were teasing her because Alicia was further in wonder than Mrs. Odie was, but it was a fun episode, and it was great. We love Mrs. Odie. She is fantastic. Isn't she the best teacher?
Yeah.
She's awesome. So we love her, and we love these 2 book recommendations. So thank you very much, Caden.
You're welcome.